For several weeks, I've been making a scarecrow for the Scarecrow contest at Thanksgiving Point in the Ashton Gardens. And this year I'm doing a haunted drive-in. So I want to show you what I made and how I made it. I'm going to set this up at the gardens tomorrow, but let me show you how I put it all together. So this right here is the refreshment stand for the haunted drive-in. So this is going to point towards the movie screen. And I had my son draw this sign. This is just like a science project foldable poster board that I got at the grocery store. And then I cut out this arrow and wrapped it in wrapping paper, just colorful wrapping paper. And then this big whole stand here, I was gonna make one, but then I saw on Facebook Marketplace, somebody was giving this display case away for free. So it was originally like an oak brown color, and I spray painted it grayish black, and it came with all these shelves. So you could also get a bookshelf or something else, or you could make one. And then for these candy shelves, I got black poster board and cut half of it. I didn't cut it all the way through, and then I bent it so you can see. And then I hot glued it here, and I hot glued it here. And then I found online somebody was selling these like labels for candy bars. So here I have all these different labels. I just got the candy bars at the store and took out the candy and then put the labels on them. So these are really cute for Whoppers and chocolate covered raisins. This one doesn't have a cover on it, but I thought it was colorful. Down here is for Reese's and Hershey's and Kit Kat. So I have 2 shelves with candy bars, and I just hot glued them onto the shelves. Hopefully no kids pull them off during the festival, but they might. And then over here, I got this popcorn machine at a yard sale for $10, and it was perfect. And I filled it with corn puffs. You can get these like any store, Walmart, anywhere. And I thought it would be easier than popcorn. And so I just filled it with that. And then I got just some root beer and cream soda and took off the labels and found online somebody that you could print these for free on their website. It's like witch's brew, pumpkin potion. And then I have a little scoop for the ice cream. All this, by the way, is hot glued. It could come off pretty easily. Hopefully kids don't take them off, but they're hot glued to the shelf. And then over here are little popcorn containers. And I put corn puffs in here, but I also drizzled Mod Podge over them, and it's still drying. But when the Mod Podge dries, it dries clear. So hopefully people won't be able to like pull them out. Well, we'll find out. And then the last thing I did was I put this decorative, I got this at Dollar Tree, just wrapped it around the sides to give it a little final touch. And then over here, this is our refreshment stand worker, I guess you could say. I just cut out a bow tie out of black poster board and hot glued it to his neck. And then right here is his hat. Oh, this is falling forward. This is just black poster board and like gold poster board that I got at the dollar store. And I just sized it to his head and put it around his head. Okay, so that is the refreshment stand. Then I also made 7 cars for the Halloween haunted drive-in. So I got all of these. These are all just like plastic storage containers, and I got them all for free at yard sales. And I used paper plates for the wheels and for the steering wheel, and I put a little pool noodle right here to glue it so it comes out. And the bumpers were made from pool noodles covered in duct tape. And then here, this is wrapping paper. I just made a circle and cut out wrapping paper and glued it on. And these wheels have just paper, like silver paper that I cut out in strips and glued it on. So I have 7 of these. And then for the insides, I tried to find stuff that I already had at home. So I had this pumpkin at home, and I just cut a hole in some styrofoam and glued and taped the styrofoam to the bottom of the box and then covered it with just black cloth. And I did that to all of them. So this is a witch that I made in the past that I just added her This is just a cat mask for Halloween. This is a little monster I've made in the past as well. I added that one. That was just a sheet that I drew on with ghost eyes. Really easy. And a cool little stuffed animal I had. Thought that would be cute. And then a wolf mask. So this was probably the easiest part. It just took a long time to glue everything together. I used a whole lot of duct tape and a whole lot of hot glue. And then the last part of the haunted drive-in, of course, is the movie screen. So this stand that you see here, I found this on Facebook Marketplace too. It was a display stand that people use at trade shows that the guy was getting rid of. And I asked if he'd sold it to me for 40 bucks. He said, yeah. So I can use this stand later to have like movies in the backyard. And then this cool poster of it, I got on Temu, I think for $10. And it's like perfect. And then these curtains are just curtains from my kids' rooms that I borrowed and hung on the sides. And then that's just a blanket up there. And I secured them all to the top with zip ties and duct tape. So I was trying to go pretty cheap on this so I didn't spend tons of money. And I think overall I spent like $100, which is like not bad at all. So here's the movie screen. And here's all of the cars, and here's the refreshment stand. So I'll show you what it will look like when it's all on display at the Ashton Gardens. Okay, so this is how the haunted drive-in turned out. So we got our refreshment stand here, and we have our little guys watching the show, and we have the poster, and you can see it over here from this side. Turned out really good. Super fun.